Good evening. Welcome to the Div D2 final here in Broadside, Quebec. Terry Tam is not here with me anymore, thankfully. It's GM, and now Stefano. I did not realize we're going to have a plaid-like theme here with you two gentlemen. Now I'm wearing red. And cheat code on offense led by Joe Cano in the first pass of the day. Cano looking left, short pass caught, and that will be completed by Tim Horner, who was a fantastic player for cheat code this year, guys.
Yeah, and in both the regular season and the playoffs, 5 touchdowns, 11 interceptions in the regular season. So far, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions in the postseason. So a key player whose name we're going to be hearing throughout the course of this game.
Steph, your thoughts here on these two teams playing each other today with cheat code against Baby Kangaroos?
Yeah, I believe that Cheat Code have a stronger team than the Baby Kangaroos, but it's going to be an interesting matchup, and I'd like to see who wins.
Second and about 6 coming up here for Joe Cano. Watch out for Kyle Pedvis, who's had a good year. Cano looking short, caught by Thelma. Up ahead, first down and more, right around Joy Taylor, who gets the tackle on him. And we look at the offense this year for Cheat Code. They scored 331 points this year. Baby Kangaroos 325. So do you expect this to be a high-scoring game today, guys?
Very much so. These are two very, very established teams. They're teams whose cores have been very successful throughout their careers in FPF and have come to the finals multiple times. Joey Taylor, who just had that tackle there, who's laid the framework for the championship runs for the 2.5 Dans, Greendale Human Beings, and now Baby Kangaroos as well.
Right now, 2 for 2 is Joe Cano. And they have got off to a good start. Nicky Papich playing the left slot back, the brother of Sasa Papich here in attendance today.
Fun fact, he called me Mo earlier.
Well, that's very fun. Cano almost bobbled that. Pressure defense, gets that ball away, caught ahead by Philima, and he is tackled this time by number 12, Krista Leas, and that will be a second and short coming up.
Looks like he might have just gotten stepped on in that previous play. He's walking on the sidelines a little bit hurt. He clapped to get quarterback Joe Cano's attention there. It didn't look like he saw him at first, and then he was eventually able to get that ball out on that quick drag out.
If he doesn't use that speed, it's gonna hopefully that is a minor setback, and he's gonna be back stronger. He is coming off the field right now. That's not a good sign. He needs his speed, and once he's there and they use his skill set, they have better chances.
We talk about the humidity in this place, guys. We saw GM, you and I earlier tonight in the Div D1 final. Yep. With Marini going down. You wonder maybe cramps could be a factor here. And now the Haitian Hammer, Vlad Pierce, in the game.
In the slot as well, next to Patrice Lindor at
on
wide
the
out.
right side. And with 19:32 left, Cano looking left and pumping, short play, caught up ahead, and a quick tackle and a quick catch this time by number 84 in Perez. And that will be a third down coming up with 19:20 left.
Nice route there from Nicky Papich, running a post corner and then just sort of clearing the way underneath for Perez at the snapper position to just sort of do a quick dart to the left, or to our right, his left, for those easy yards and to get them closer to that red zone.
Yeah, Perez plays more of a safety blanket role for Joe Cano and his offense. When he doesn't have reads down the field, Perez is usually the guy he finds.
4 titles between the players on Cheat Code that has been won during their careers individually here at FPF. 18:54 left. High snap again. Cano looking, pumping, looking left, throwing. Almost picked off. It is picked off. Hominick with the play, and he's tackled at the 1 by Horner, and that is a swing of proportions, gentlemen. We look about what could happen if they do score now.
Yeah, very, very patient for Michael Hominick there. He just he sat between 2 defenders, saw Joe Cano was struggling a little bit and had to get the ball out, and the ball came right to him.
Now I'd like to see how Joe Cano bounces back off this early pick that he wishes he hadn't thrown. Once he's shaken up, he usually gets back on it, but he needs to get there fast.
Eric Marino, 4 TDs last week against GLC during the regular season, 49 touchdown gaps, a 70% passer. Now he's about 3 yards deep in his end zone.
Time to look at Vlad Pierce here, who's going to be big in the red zone.
Marino avoids. Away he goes, and he's tackled by the Haitian Hammer at the lip of the goal line. And it'll be second and long coming up for the Kangaroos offense.
Like it's a gain of half a yard and a run as well, so Marino can now not run on this play, which will be huge for him. He's going to have to find an open receiver very quickly here.
Steph, how important is the speed on the cheat code defense?
Now, the cheat code, it depends on Vlad Pierce, his ability to get to Eric Marino, who likes to scramble and make plays.
Very, very well disguised rush there. It looked like it was Kyle Pedvis who was the lead rusher there.
Swing pass. Taylor up the sidelines, and that should be enough for a first down. Tackle by Felima. And you look at Joy Taylor, gentlemen, during the regular season, 60 catches for 625, 12 TDs. He definitely was a man on the mission this year as a receiver for this Kangaroos offense.
very, very familiar with that that offensive playbook and the role that each receiver plays in this offense, being sort of the spearhead of it on 2HD. And you see that as a receiver, he knows how to get open and get those catches.
One thing to look at, gentlemen, Eric Minorino, he only had 20 yards once. 9 times he was held at less than 150. And here he is, Minorino, spinning move, and he's going to be tackled by Patrice Lindor for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, see, he likes to use his speed. That's why I said before that speed is going to play a huge factor, and Vlad Pierce has the speed to get to him. But if Eric Minorino has his way and finds ways around the rusher, and he has open field in front of him, it might be a dangerous game to play.
Great play call there as well. He had trips to his right. He had 2 of those 3 receivers go deep, and Zach Zwir and Hook in the middle. He didn't see anything that he liked, and he just took off on a run there.
Minorino, of course, good regular season, difficult playoffs, some close games that they had. And here he is looking to the left, pumping, rolling to the right, avoids, and he's sacked by the Haitian hammer, Vlad Pierce.
Looks like that was that exact same route, but instead of being trips right, it was trips left. This time, cheat code adjusted much, much better to it. Pierce getting there for the sack as well and putting his team in good position on defense.
Pierce, during the regular season on defense, had 15 sacks, which was second in the division itself. So he definitely had a phenomenal year with 15:52 left in this first half.
No, he definitely plays a role in every game. If the quarterback doesn't have space to make plays, there's not much that's going to go against that defense. So Vlad Pierce, keep it up.
Not just a speedster, but he's tall as well. In the regular season, 7 passes defended. He's able to block that passing lane, which is also huge. Now we're at quads.
Quads left for Minorino. He has space to the right. He's looking left, going, caught by Taylor, galloping up ahead for a first down, tackled by Lindor, who's a bit frustrated by the lack of reaction to the quads left.
I don't know if there was a lot that could have been done there, because not only was it quads, but immediately catching the snap, Minorino threw right away to Joey Taylor before Joey even made the break on his route in, knowing that he would get there and get that separation. A lot of trust.
They have a very good chemistry, those two, and I'm looking forward to see how big it plays in this game.
Approaching 15 left here in this first half. It will be a trips right with Taylor, the inside receiver, on the slot position. Zorin, the middle right. Going towards Taylor, and he will sky his body out there. If this is tackle football, he has injured ribs.
But it's not, and that's the difference, is that sometimes you see players on the field playing FPF who don't look like your prototypical football player, but they're phenomenal flag football players, and Joey Taylor is definitely one of them, and a name that we're going to be talking about throughout this game.
Prototypical, Massimo Canucci for Baby Kangaroos. Is he not a character on Sons of Anarchy?
He may pass for a role. He might be on the Mayans MC.
Yeah, maybe. And here is Minorino, and that ball was juggled and dropped. And that will be a third down coming up here with 14:20 left.
Intended receiver there, the snapper, Greg Ritzelis. I don't think he thought that the pass was coming to him, and he sort of gave up on it. And just throwing cross-body, Minorino saw and he had him, but unable to make that catch.
Chris Ellis actually is the only player on this roster that has a championship ring to his name. No one else has won a title on this Kangaroos roster.
Maybe he's going to bring that veteran championship-winning caliber to this team.
Inside 14 left. Love those Captain Obvious lines, you Stefano. Very nice by you. Inside 14 left in this first half. Minorino looking left, pumping. Taylor, and that ball is going to go onto the highway out of bounds with 13:45 left.
It looks like he had Kritzelis once again, but it was that same sort of route, and I don't know if he trusted him back-to-back on that play there. Just narrowly missing Joey Taylor on that, what looked like it would have been an out and up.
Steph, right now, from your perspective, I know you're at the scorekeeper level when you see these games here. Do you look Minorino looking very comfortable as the quarterback right now?
Yeah, he does. He does. What keeps him comfortable is his ability to use his legs. And if he continues having his way with his legs, it's going to be a dangerous game.
Minorino, last play incomplete, looking to go perfect on this one. And here he is rolling to the right, short pass, caught. Zwir in his first catch of the afternoon or into the evening now.
And it is for a first down.
And he had 70 catches during the regular season, 20 touchdowns. In the playoff win over GLC, 3 touchdown grabs on 7 catches.
Very, very sure-handed player, smart player on both sides of the ball. One of the few still in the running who can win a double championship, playing in both the Division D championship and the Division B championship. So that's something that we'll follow as the game goes on.
And that the other championship will be tomorrow night here in Brossard, Quebec. Day 1, this is the second to last game of the evening, as it is the Div D2 final. GM Cloethris, Stefano Berardi, Mocon here. And right now it is Kangaroos looking to score, looking to the left, pumping to the right, pivoting.
Great rush by Vlad Pierce there.
Through the hands of Canucci, incomplete, and the Haitian Hammer really closed down that angle quickly.
So this is something I want to see on the replay, but it looked like on that rush, the first read was snapper Greg Kurtzelis, and Vlad Pierce altered his rush just enough to cover that, and Marino had to go elsewhere.
Looking a little fidgety is Marino, like Tom Brady was in the Super Bowl against the Giants 2 times here, and right now we look at Keyshawn Thompson to my left, who
Running
perked
theme
up.
for this night is Patriots in the Super Bowl, isn't it, Mo?
Yeah. Keyshawn kind of perked up a little bit there. Inside 12 to go. Marino has a 2x2 formation. Vlad Pierce, fantastic game. Rolling to the right, closing into angle, and he avoids it. Crossbody touchdown. Costello with the grab. He had 14 during the regular season, his first one of the finals right now.
That's just a rough miss for Vlad Pierce there. He was so close to getting that sack, just narrowly missing it, and Baby Kangaroos capitalized.
Yeah, but what kind of throw was that? It looked like he was falling, and he still managed to get it right on the chest of Kurtzelis for that touchdown.
And now, when you think about it, gentlemen, they cash in on the mistake from Chico, and they get the ball back in the second half. So in theory, they could have a 2-score lead in the mental aspect of it, of what they've done so far.
Okay.
When you think about it,
that can pass so quickly, especially in a game like this.
Yeah, they could counter right away.
And with 11 to go, and that is through a sea of hands, incomplete for Canucci. It'll go back to cheat code, and now Joe Cano is behind the 8 ball, down 6-0 with 10:54 left.
Good coverage there from Tim Horner as well, making it a very, very narrow window to throw to, and it was not a catchable pass there.
10:44 left here in this Div D2 final. GM Coathras, Stefano Berardi, Mo Khan in the booth on a humid Sunday night. And you wonder if perhaps humidity could be a factor for the muscles of any pulled hammies, if not that was the case earlier tonight.
I think that everyone just needs to put a special attention to hydrating up here.
Joe Cano had a good start to the drive and threw an INT, pumping, looking deep left, and he's going to go short. Papich caught, and that will be close enough to a first down. However, the Kangaroos are saying that it may have been incomplete, and you wonder maybe a challenge might be in play.
They do have that option to refer back to the game film. It looked like everyone else on that play gave up on it except for Nicky Papich, who was able to, even though the ball was thrown short, just corral it in and get up for the catch.
And here's a replay, pumping right there. Cano looking left, and he throws, and here is the money shot, and that is
That's too close to call.
Yeah, it's too close to call. Unfortunately, that will not be challenged by by Kangaroos. That is, so it'll be second and short coming up here for a cheat code. 9:25 left. Cano going deep right. Lindor, and that is through his hands. Marino was right there, and they went for the kill shot and couldn't come through with 6.
Yeah, Joe Cano usually he likes playing deep, and that time Pat Lindor he just overthrew him just a little bit. But Pat Lindor could have had that, but Eric Marino has some great coverage on Pat Lindor. They both have speed, and that's a very good matchup. I'd like to see how long that lasts.
Pat Lindor, a very feast or famine receiver. Like he'll have a bunch of drops, but also 10 touchdowns in the regular season, 18 yards per reception. So you know that Cano likes him on that deep ball.
8:45 left in this first half. 6-0 lead. A very scoring game between these two teams, known for putting up touchdowns. Cano, short pass. Horner will spin out. Hominick with the tackle, and that will be more than enough for a first down.
Looks like right now he's just doing 2-on-1 mismatches with both Nicky Papich and Tim Horner hooking there and making number 11 Michael Hominock just choose between the two.
Horner had 16 catches, 5 touchdowns for 211. He was known for his defensive capabilities. 11 INTs, had 1 pick six and 7 PDs.
He's definitely a dual threat, but yeah, he thrives more on the defensive side of the ball.
8-10 left in this first half. As we rapidly are going through this game, Perez, the snapper. Felema has been very quiet since the injury early on. Cano looking deep. He's got Felema, and over his head as he tried to climb the ladder on that one, and unfortunately did not come down, and it will be fourth down, or is that second down coming up now for the cheat code raw offense?
Just out of his hands, a little bit too high. Interestingly lined up very close to the snapper, running a corner post almost, and just way over his head.
Kind of makes you think if that interception has Joe Cano rattled a bit, because throughout the season he's been making those plays as if it was with his eyes closed.
7:24 left in this first half. And right now, Cheat Code are at a critical point of this drive. They need to get this first down, prolong it, and more importantly, get some points going their way because they can afford to fall behind even more, down 6-0. 2-by-2 formation for the Cheat Code offense. Zorn now drawing back deep into the safety position. Cano looking, man-to-man look. No, Cano will have an open man. Lindor down the sideline, and he's going to jump in for the touchdown. However, a bit of a controversy because they thought he leaped into the end zone. We'll see the replay coming up.
I don't know what the defensive call was there for Baby Kangaroos. It looked like Zach Zwern picked up the center there. No, that's not a jump.
Right there. Let's look at it again, guys. And did he jump like a Reggie Bush did? And not a Reggie Bush leap, but
I don't know what that defense was there because from the right side of the field, it looked like it was man because Zach Zwern picked up snapper Justin Perez and the others on the right side did too. But Linder was just wide open along those sidelines.
Maybe the Kangaroos thought it was a sack and therefore they just
well, if you go
dropped
back to that replay again, guys, from the Eagle Eye, the impression it gives optically that it was a jump. And here we go quickly before we get to the extra point. Lindor wide open all day, and here he comes. And back to live action go. Cano looking to the left, short, and that is caught by Nicky Papich in front of the Papich clan. 7-6 for the Cheat Code, and they're back up inside 6 to go.
So this might be the momentum shift that Cheat Code needed to get the ball back in their favor. They are on defense now, but the tide is turning a little bit. The crowd is loud as well. It's you can feel the air is a little bit different here after that score.
5:44 left here, Steph. Who's the key guy for the Kangaroos on this offense coming up?
It's got to be Zach Zwern because we know what he's capable of on the receiving end of the ball, and it's going to be a good matchup him against Cal Pedras.
5:30 left in this first half. Marino looking left, now right, pumping right, looking left again, caught by Hominick, and he will get tackled right by Thelema. And with 5:22 left, they're going with the West Coast offense. Quick strike, and that's it, boys.
Yeah, 5-yard reception. You get 2 of those out of 4 in a set of downs. You're converting on that. So this is something that Eric does very well, just methodically marches the ball downfield.
And look at Hominick this year during the regular season. Had 3 catches for 39 yards and 1 touchdown. So he's not really the force of threat. And now Marino looking short, caught by Cristelis, and he's tackled by Lindor with 4:50 left.
Again, slowly moving that ball downfield. Third down looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. We haven't seen a run from Marino or even a rollout in the last. We have a torn flag on the field.
Yeah, it was separation between Felema and I forget who, but yeah, they ripped the flag off of Cristelis.
And Linder.
And Linder, yeah. They literally ripped
Cristelis will get a new flag to work with, and now with 4:20 left, gentlemen, surprised by the low scoring output so far?
No, not really, because they're both evenly matched teams, so it's interesting.
Trips right, looking left now, pumping, avoiding the rush. Great catch. Cristelis up ahead, tackled by Papich. First down and more inside the Cheat Code end with 3:55 left.
Great thinking on Cristelis' part, running that out, seeing that his quarterback was struggling and trying to buy time. He took that route up. Marino saw him and just aired it out a little bit to him. It was enough to lead him, and he made that catch.
3:45 left, and now Cheat Code on their heels slightly with Kangaroos rolling along here. They're marching up ahead inside their territory with 3:35 left. Leo Gervais, the head referee, is a 3-man crew with Jason Leclerc and Rehan Sarwar in the final.
Former weekly Extra Point Live analyst, Rehan Sarwar.
TV analyst to referee. Isn't it the opposite way? Caught by Zwern, and he makes one move, and he will avoid Pedvis, who we have not mentioned his name yet as often as we thought we would.
Yeah, someone who we would have thought would be a leader on this team. 2 of the 4 championships on Cheat Code belong to Kyle Pedvis. He's been big for his team in the regular season, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Just grabbing shirt instead of flags there.
Cheat Code this year had 29 picks during the regular season. Horner with 11 of them, and he had 5 pick sixes, and Lindor had 3 of them. So they could definitely turn the tables with one play in a 50-50 challenge, and perhaps it might come up here with 2:44 left here. Marino now has a quads left, and as a result, they will flex over another DB to the left
So
or to the right
look for the
formation.
snapper on a drag right and 62 on a hook right in the middle
You
there.
called it over the middle. Taylor tackled by Pedvis for probably 2 yards with 2:25 left.
Eric and Joey love that quads look, or quadrips as they call it, where you have the center almost ISO on the right side of the field. He has a hook in the middle, 2 straight throughs, and then a drag underneath, and that's what we saw there.
I usually see that. I thought he would go through Chris Ellis on that play, but he saw Joey Taylor and he took that.
And again, same formation. Then that's going to flex over a DB for cheat code, rolling to the left. Marino now rolling to the right. He's sacked by the Haitian Hammer. Vlad Pires with 1:56 left.
So we see that these sort of plays are working for Baby Kangaroos, but they can't lean on them too much because there's not a lot of different looks they've been giving cheat code, and cheat code are adjusting very well when they see the same thing more than once.
And now with 1:38 left, Marino now a little bit back. He's not known for having a Rocket Zeus arm over here, so he might have to, again, slowly go with the smaller passer completion than going with the big ball.
Still outside the red zone if he's able to shake rusher Vlad Pires.
And he's not been able to do so as well. And with 1:20 left, Marino rolling to the right. Pressure. Pires almost got it. Caught. Christelis, touchdown.
That was a very, very dangerous pass.
That was a dangerous pass, but he felt like he threw it low, right? It would have been tough for an interception to have happen unless they dive for it. But he played it smart in a sense that he threw it closer to the ground, because if his receiver didn't catch it, he would just rebound and he would go it again. But his receiver came down with the team.
Cheat code defense arguing about whose assignment that was. It looked like the closest defender to Kritzelis was Pat Lindor, who was just a step behind on it. But right now they're not happy with each other, trying to diagnose what just went wrong.
Philima and Lindor not happy, pointing the fingers at each other. And this is uncharacteristic for a cheat code team that had a relatively easy path to the final.
But is that possibly why? Like, they haven't encountered a lot of adversity. They had one game that was a default win as well, whereas Baby Kangaroos have had a lot more contested games.
And Homnick with the extra point, 13-7 with 20 seconds left in this first half.
That's a huge point for the Baby Kangaroos. Their extra points and conversions are a big deal in a playoff game, because it usually comes down to that. And now they have a 6-point lead. So if they just have them, they could go with a tie instead of trailing in the second half.
So right now, gentlemen, from the experience of where you've been in a trail position with 5 plays to go, does Cano go deep on one of these plays, or does he work the field?
I think that Cano should at least hit a hook on the first play, and then if he's going to air it out, do it on the second play to sort of catch them off guard. It is what he excels at, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it here in the next few.
One more play left before 5. Here's Cano looking, flagging the play. He's going to go deep and nowhere near Lindor, and now go into the blue turf. And because of that, this might be a penalty going against cheat code.
It is indeed obstruction on the rusher.
That's a huge setback now. They got to back up. And now this is where I believe Joe Cano is going to go for the big play, because he feels like he has to get there or else.
But is that a desperation stuff because they're now backed up a little bit?
I don't think it's going to be a setback. If I were Baby Kangaroos, at least, because it's either going to be 1st and 15 repeated, or you decline the penalty because it was an incomplete pass, 2nd down, 2nd and 10, 5 plays. Oh, they're accepting the penalty, so it's 1st and 15.
See, Joe Cano is going to feel like he's backed up against his own end zone, and he's going to have the rusher come on to him, and he's just going to air it out there and hope for the best. And that's what I believe is going to happen.
Well, a prayer will need to be answered now for Joe Cano and this offense. Nicky Papich playing the left slot. Lindor the right wideout. 5 plays left. Cano looking middle, going deep left, wheel route, caught by Papich, up the sideline, he goes around Homnick, spin move, first down and more. And now with 4 plays left, they are now in control of perhaps getting a touchdown before it's over.
That was a great play. That was a great play to ensure that he doesn't go too far as in end zone right away. He got most of the field back, right? He got 5 yards and much more. Now he's got 4 plays left. He's close to the red zone, and this is where Joe Cano has to adjust his play calling, because he's got to find ways to get into the smaller areas on the field.
Number 62, Massimo Canucci, who was the flats defender on that, just like 2-3 steps slow getting to Nicky Papich, who was able to get that ball in very uncontested and take it up for yardage.
Papich had 3 touchdowns on 4 catches last week, and here he is opening up his account on this drive. Looking to the left, Cano pumping. Papich through his hands, out of bounds.
That was a safe throw. It's either his receiver gets it or nobody gets it. Papich, he could have had that. It was a bit hard, in my opinion, but Papich has the capability.
On that play, though, Justin Perez running just a drag or a slant to their left. You see Joe Cano either look him off or is unsure about if he's going to throw that pass or not. I thought it was relatively open, but he instead opted to try and find back of the end zone there.
Right now, the Kangaroo defense holding up. For how long, though, that's the question, with a few more plays left to go in this first half.
Clock running, 10 seconds left in the play.
5 seconds left on the play clock. Cano looking to the right, waiting. Short play, Lindor! Incomplete. Drop ball, and that is one thing about Pat Lindor, is that as great as he can be, he's had the drops here and there.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is that when the first one happens early on, it opens the floodgates for more to stack up. I think he needs that first big catch as a constant boost to lean on early on in a game.
Joe Cano needs to go back to Pat Lindor and make sure that he makes a catch, or else he's going to be shaken up by dropping a touchdown. He's not the guy that likes that much. You can see he's like holding his head high because he knew he could have had that. He's kind of down on his luck right now.
10 left on the play clock. Here is Cano rolling to the left, waiting, going back in the end zone, and through a maze of hands, it was either going to go for number 4 in Perez, or it was going to go to Nicky Papich, and it went to nobody but out of bounds.
Yeah, so Nicky Papich,
Horner,
Perez, and Horner. Well, Perez was there as well, and Horner. That's that same offensive play call from 2 plays ago, with Papich in the back corner there, Perez underneath, and Horner just hooking to create layers for him to choose from.
Is he taking himself out, though, Cano, by just doing the rollouts every single time? He's not been really a pocket passer, looking from the middle of the field all over.
No, he doesn't look.
I think he's trying to avoid Zach Zorin more than anything else right now. He had his confidence shaken on his right a little bit with that drop in the end zone by Pat Lindor. So I think right now his left is where his comfort lies.
Trips left for Cano. He's looking that way. He's going to go right back in the end zone. That's out of bounds, and that is not going to count.
It's not even close. Joe Cano very upset with that one, but I would not suggest contesting that call because he was way out of bounds.
And not only that, though, that could have been a penalty. Sorry, Steph, on the film for slamming the football.
For slamming the football against the wall. That could go against them. Now there seems to be like a creative discussion happening on the field right now. Joe Cano, I don't know why he's arguing that call. I mean, Felema was out of bounds as he took off for the catch, so it wouldn't have counted either way. So I don't know why he's arguing, and I don't know what's happening on the field, and I don't know why they're arguing right now with the referees.
Well, look, we'll look at the replay again if we get that shot once again, but that was no way you can challenge that. That was 2 feet out of bounds. And here's the replay right here,
If you were to challenge it, it would be a waste of a challenge.
And here's Felema right here, and he is catching the ball.
He steps out before he even goes up for the ball.
That's what I was saying.
So
he was already out of bounds when he went up for the ball. So I don't know why he would think that he has a shot.
And then both feet are out.
And both feet are out when he comes down.
That being said, this game is still it's still in reach for either side. 13-7. We've seen comebacks from much bigger amounts than that, right?
Well, gentlemen, what is the key now for this G-Code team? Mentally, it feels like they're a little bit off course because of what has happened the last few plays on offense.
I think that a stop from the cheat code defense needs to help boost the morale of Joe Cano and the receivers around him.
Yeah, they seem to have their emotion is being dealt with in a harsh way. Like, they need to give themselves a calm head and get back out there and do what they've been doing all season and make stops on defense and have that high-powered offense make it work.
When you see the Kangaroos, is this falling into their style of play of how it's been so far on both sides of the football?
Very much so. I think that the Kangaroos thrive on chaos and making something out of broken plays. And although there have been times where they've gone to the same thing back-to-back and cheat code have adjusted very well to that, overall, Baby Kangaroos are dictating the pace of this game.
Key possession coming up here for Kangaroos. Let's forecast. Let's see the score right now. Kangaroos are cheat code in serious trouble early in the second half.
I think that they're in trouble, but they're not in serious trouble. I think that a 2-score deficit is still something that you can come back from. It's after that it gets tricky.
Steph?
Yeah, but see, Joe Cano, he has this. He's used to when he's down by 2 scores, he always goes for the big play, and sometimes he forces it when it's not there, and it just digs his grave even more. So if they go down by 2 scores, it's going to be hard unless they could contain their emotion, which hasn't been the case so far. They need to find a way to calm themselves and just stick to their play calling, and Joe Cano will get the job done.
All right, here we go. Second half about to begin. Jim Clothis, Stefano Berardi, Mo Khan here in the Div D2 final between Cheat Code and Baby Kangaroos, and the Kangaroos are up 13-7 against Cheat Code. And let's not forget, Cheat Code threw an early INT, and they were able to cash it in. That's the Kangaroos, and now here they are about to cash in on their opening drive, perhaps for 6 more points. We'll see. If they're up by 6.
They were close to the end zone on that interception too. So
that they were, exactly.
That was a big play in the very early get-go of this game.
Are you surprised by the demeanor of Chico guys and the very sullen look they have in their body expression?
Yes, but a stop on defense will quickly bring the wind back into their sails.
Underway. Marino looking left. Caught. Bobble. Is that going to be completed? Ray
Yeah, it's
Sarwar
completed
says
for a first down.
Completed indeed, and that would be enough for a first down. Big play, first down for the Kangaroos offense.
That's a good pace setter as well, because that's not normally a route that Eric looks to right away. But a 10 hook like that is not something that he's known for, and it completely took Cheat Code by surprise.
21-19 left here in the second half. And with this now,
as we're interrupted by Rob Campana and co.
21 minutes left here in this first half, and second half that is. Marino looking left, going to go right around the Haitian Hammer. Away he goes, taking off for the first down. He's close. Pevis could not get the tackle, and that goes out of play with 20:52 left.
That was a first down. The first play was a 9.5-yard gain, and now Eric Marino used that speed to get the real first down, and now they're driving down the field. It took them 2 plays, and they're like inside the 10 already. So.
The real first down. But yeah, that's maybe not as much against a rusher like Vlad Pires, but that's another comfort for Eric, is that he has that ability to take off and make a play with his feet, and it's the first time we've seen it here, but as the game starts to progress, we may see it more and more.
20:22 left here in the second half, and right now the Kangaroos are hopping along the field looking to get themselves 6 more points. And of course, the Kangaroos, they are a branch of the 2.5 Dan's empire. And right now, Marino looking left, now rolling to the right, and he is sacked by the Haitian Hammer, Vlad Pearson. If you want to think about it, guys, he's been their best player so far today.
Very much so. It all starts up the middle. Quarterback, snapper, and rusher, they're the 3 most important positions in FPF in most people's opinion. And right now, Vlad Pearson is leading by example.
That was a big play, considering that he realized that he let a big run happen. And he got back with not all the yardage, but some of the yardage. And now Eric Marino, he can't run because they were in the red zone before. So we'll see what he does now.
That's a good observation, too.
19:32 left. So moving back slightly is the Kangaroos. And here's Marino looking left, going short, caught. And that's going to be third down coming up here at Filima with the tackle.
Yeah, totally minimizing yards after completion. Kritzelis gets that catch and is able to go nowhere because the flag is right away on that.
They were just trying to get that yardage back from the sack, right? So they pretty much got it all back, I believe so. And we'll see what play he finds to work in the favor.
Chris Ellis having a good game so far with 4 catches, 18:55 left in this second half. 2x2 formation. Zoran, we've not mentioned his name, from the right slot. He's going to flex over to the left, quads left now, and now Chico will follow suit with a deep safety. Marino looking left, pumping, backing up, and he is sacked by the Haitian Hammer, who is laying the law down on the quarterback for the Baby Kangaroos.
Look, so there's that quadrips play again, and it worked the first time, it worked the second time, but now Cheat Code are seeing it, and they're adjusting really well to it. I think that they need to go to another play in the playbook on key instances like that.
Yeah, see, Vlad Pires is playing a huge role. I believe that if it wasn't for his rushing style, they would have probably already found the end zone at this point, and it would have been a 2-score deficit.
And with that is extremely long way to go to the end zone with 18:08 left in this second half. Joy Taylor has been relatively quiet for the bulk of this game, and we'll see if his number is called. Marino looking right. Pierce closing the angle, and he almost had back-to-back sacks. Going end zone through the hands, incomplete, intended for Joy Taylor. And we would have seen a rare trifecta of a hat trick of sacks in a row. And with 17:55 left, it is Big play by the cheat code defense.
That was a key stop for them right now. Now this is where they have to score, and it's an obvious observation, yes, but this is where they have to take advantage of their defensive stops.
So, gentlemen, I ask you this. Should he go deep on this first play?
It's something that he excels at. Again, I'm a big fan of lulling a defense to sleep before attacking deep. They're going to be eager to stop that deep ball on that first play. So if Cano hits a quick short hook or a drag and then goes over top on the next play, I think that'll be far more successful for him.
17-16 left in this second half. Nicky Papic has been the go-to guy in the left slot, watched by Canucci. Cano going short, caught by Perez, and that will be for a 5-yard gain with 17 to go.
So that's part 1 of 2 there, although Pat Lindor, from that right whiteout position along the sidelines on a fly, looked relatively uncovered.
Inside 17.
Pat Lindor is usually open most of the time, but Joe Cano, he's not looking deep right now. He knows that it's an unnecessary risk at this point of the game, you know. Driving the field slowly is a safer way of going about this, and I think that's what he's going to do throughout this drive.
And now Cano perhaps taking the Buddha-like approach and keeping himself calm in the pocket, looking towards the left side, caught by Papic, enough for the first out, makes one guy miss, tackled by Hominick, and that will inch them ever so closer towards the end zone.
So and that's it, right? With a defense that's trying to limit the deep ball, they're giving up those short passes underneath for hooks and drags.
And then the receiver, they have the cheat codes receivers have an incredible way of getting away from that first tackler, and it's just they have open field after that, and they turn like a 5-yard gain into like a 12, 13, 14-yard gain, which was the case in this scenario.
Inside 16 to go in this ball game. And right now it's a much more soothing drive for Joe Cano. No mistakes yet. But remember, in this territory, he threw an INT early in the first half. Cano looking right, pumping, avoids the sack, has time. He's going to take off underneath, picked off.
Oh,
away they go. Could this be for 6? Yes. Whoa, no, it will not be for 6.
it's like he's being tagged right on the 1-yard line. But that's a huge play.
That was that was a forced throw. I thought that he was going to take off running on that play, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked like it.
And then after like the last second, he just like
Here's the
chucked
replay,
it.
guys. Let's look at it right now.
Did he surpass the line of scrimmage?
No, he did not.
No, he did not?
And it has to be the entire body.
The entire body?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think that had he even taken like a half step forward, he would have crossed that line,
Well,
which would have been
the
a better.
backhand pass by him was quite impressive with the strength, the feet of strength right there. Watch like how far he got that. Let it play, guys, and here we go. And this is where he has, and picked off, and away they went to the races.
For a shovel pass like that, absolutely.
No, that was very far. It's just it was an unnecessary throw. Like I would have just taken off the running, but that might hurt. That might hurt his confidence. You saw that you see on the bench that he's like kicking himself, and he's like he feels like he made a mistake.
Those are 2 goal line stalls.
That's true. There was 2 ice that they were close to one was in the red zone, the other one was close to the red zone, and they just threw a pick. That takes a lot out of your
Could be
mentality.
12 lost points for this Coat offense. Here's Kangaroos. Can they cash in? They won't on this play.
Again, sort of rolling to his right and throwing crossbody to Kritzelis there. He has that matchup that he likes, but he needs to throw it with a little bit more certainty because that once again, dangerous pass.
Chrysalis had that pick, and he was half an inch away from making a pick 6.
You know, every quarterback that throws off their back foot is taking a risk, but you know it worked for him before. He has to make sure that he doesn't force it in a sense that it's going to come around and bite him. So we'll see if he plays it safe the next time that he strolls to the right.
13:45 left here. Stefano Barati, GM Colathris, Mocon, the Div D2 final, and it has been quite the turn of events here for Cheat Code. They were on the cusp of tying this game up, and they threw a critical INT Joe Cano, and now Kangaroos looking to cash it in, rolling left, and they will indeed. Joy Taylor makes it 19-7. And we'll see, perhaps maybe that was a clean catch on a replay coming up.
Great reception, great catch, holding onto the ball. Joey MF Taylor, man, just coming up big when we need him to.
And here's a replay, guys. We'll look at it right now, whether or not this should be challenged, and rolling to the left. Taylor, both feet in.
That's great. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
catch.
that was great concentration by Joey Taylor, making sure that he secured the catch and got those 2 feet down right at the pylon. It's a great.
For a guy like Joey Taylor,
great.
this could be his first ever FPF title.
Yep. and depending on that touchdown right there was key. If he's able to get another one or get a stop on defense, cause for Finals MVP potentially as well.
The 2-1 seeds, both 9-1. Cheat code, one of the best defenses. Unfortunately, have not come up big here. 9 times they gave up 20-plus points. They've only given up 19 so far today. They are a team that can really hold offenses in check, but right now their offense has been held in check.
Yeah, their offense has been struggling, considering the path that they had. This way, it looked like they were cruising through every competition. Their offense was putting up major points, and now they only have 7. It's a big letdown for them right now.
12:08 left in this second half. Whistle, timeout called with 12:05 left in this ball game. And right now, GM and staff, they're down by 2 scores, which is manageable. It's not out of hand yet, but they have to be very proficient or very efficient with their play calling and not have too many careless mistakes like they've done so far today.
Those goal line stands have killed them a little bit. Whether Joe Cano chooses to air it out for a bomb right now or march the field, it just needs to get into the end zone, and then from there, cheat code need to come up with a stop on defense. They've been able to stop teams throughout the season, but have fallen short a couple of drives here against the Baby Kangaroos.
He probably will air it out because he knows that he has to get a quick score because he's down 2 scores, and Eric Maiorino knows how to pick apart the time.
12:04 left. Some time left here in this ballgame, but Canoni will need to be very effective. And he's going to go cross by, and Pappas dropped that ball. Flag on the play, and that might be illegal contact on Joey Taylor.
Oh, I do not agree with that. Joey Taylor doesn't either, but
let's get a replay on that one here, guys, if we can.
Yeah, I don't think there was much contact on that. He was basically trying to play the ball. I don't think he contacted him much. The replay shows
let the replay go through because it felt like it was bang bang. It wasn't intentional at all.
Yeah, I'm really not. I'm not sure about that one.
No, I feel like he just stuck out an arm.
Oh no, that's a good call because watch.
Oh yeah, in the back.
You can see right here. Watch, gentlemen. Play it now, boys.
Or is that a bump from Nicky Pappas instead?
Right here.
Yeah, right.
That's
right
a bump
there.
From Nicky Pappas. That's not from Joey.
They got in each other's way.
So it's a great call by Rayhan Sarwar. Cano looking left, down the sidelines. Papich open! Papich! 2 men beat, and he's tackled at the 1.
So crowd going wild here. Very, very happy to see that. Back-to-back plays. Nicky Papich coming up. But Zach Zorin with the tackle there on the goal line.
That saved the touchdown right there, and the way that the other 2 interceptions that came in this particular area, we'll see if that's a big deal in the outcome of this game.
Nicky Papich with a big catch and run. And now they're, again, same place, same time. But the question is, can they finally punch it in for a touchdown? They're 1 for 3 so far today. And for Joe Cano, it has been a nightmare inside the 5-yard line. High snap, looking left. Cano, short pass. Perez, and is he in?
No, not in.
No. Rayhan Sarwar right there.
He got about half a yard from the wall.
Yeah, that's a gain of yardage, but he was not in on that.
He was not in on that.
Just a reminder as well that with the rule change of this past winter, both the flags and the ball need to be secured in the end zone for it to be a touchdown.
And Hominick with a great tackle in the play, and that was well defended by the Kangaroos. It's now 2nd and goal, literally a hand away from the end zone.
I wouldn't be surprised if they turn to that same exact play right now, considering that they got that yardage that they need to get the end zone.
Or even the variation of it where we see Nicky Papich on the corner, Tim Horner in the hook, and the drag.
Cano, short pass, through the head, picked off!
Oh, no. That's 3 red zone interceptions.
So those 2 tackles are playing a very big role right now. The first one from Zach Zwern and the second one from
Kritzelis here, but the tackle beforehand.
Before this interception came up key. Because look what the defense came down with the ball now, and that's 3 interceptions inside the 10-yard line.
2 to Greg Kritzelis. So I think that right there is cause at least early on for an early look at a Finals MVP
you
here.
Look at Joe Cano. The body expression says it all. Dejected.
That third one, that pick was not at all his fault, but it's tough. It's a very tough game, and it's a tough area to score, and it's tough. He's out of it. He's kicking himself.
And now with the coffin out, Kangaroos can put the nail in that position and close this game up. Kangaroos.
Zach Zorin up the middle.
And up away they go. Marino now up ahead, and he's going to get tackled for 7 yards by Lindor, if not 6 yards, that is. It'll be
have,
second down.
He did have Zach Zwirn in the middle there. He just probably didn't see it. He took off and running before he probably got a good look at what's in front of him.
Right there, you could see it to the right of the screen. But at the same time, clock is running. It was a gain of enough yardage that I don't think that at this moment he minds.
8:20 left here in this ball game, and right now the clock being the ally for the Kangaroos, the enemy for cheat code, and they need to get some sort of codes to break through because it has been a hex on them inside the red zone with 3 INTs from Joe Cano. Marino looking left, open, Taylor, and that is well over his head, nowhere near him, with 8 to go in this ball game.
He saw that separation, got a little bit antsy there, thinking he could close it out a little bit easier. Unfortunately, too trigger happy.
He had a bit more time to make sure he made the right placement on that ball. He saw Vlad Pierce come onto him, and he just threw it up there because he saw Joey running for the end zone. But if he took a split second more, he would have probably found it.
Yeah, very passive rush from Pierce and from the cheat code defense as a whole right now. There's that quadrips again.
And we'll see if they do adapt, and they will indeed, as Perez now goes. Horner goes over to the top safety to the left. Roll to the left. Going over. Taylor open. Spin move. 3 times he caught 10-plus balls in the game. First down. Flag on the play.
Look, but you know what? If they called it against Joey, they're calling it that same way for him.
Yeah.
So we disagreed on the application earlier on, but that's consistency right there. It's being called the same both ways.
They called it on Pat Lindor right there. That's an additional 5 yards.
And with 7 to go in this ball game, it just feels like the walls are closing in on the cheat code's hopes. And this touchdown, if this goes through, pretty much will seal the deal for Kangaroos to be up by 3 scores.
Very, very solid outing so far from Baby Kangaroos, exceeding expectations for this game.
What's even more surprising is that the cheat code defense is known for being the best in the league, but right now the Kangaroos have held the most prolific offense to 7 points in this finals.
So did the easy road to the finals hurt cheat code more than it helped them?
We'll never know because, again, they played Grabouge. That was a forfeit victory, and they did have a close one against Team Ethnic. Looking right, Marino, front of the end zone, caught! Zwirn muscles his way through 2 players for the touchdown, 25-7, and with 6:10 left here, this might be all she wrote for the cheat code roster.
There it is. Zach Zwirn doing what he does best, coming away with the ball in traffic, getting away from the 2 defenders that seemed to have been right on him, and he found the end zone, and now they have a 3-possession lead.
Yeah, so you'd be hard-pressed. I think that Zach Zwirn is without a doubt on this field right now the best hands in this game. And also veteran move, knowing that he had the catch, but also to continue running because no one had deflagged him. He was outside the end zone before that reception.
And with 5:44 left here, Kangaroos have converted
1 point
on 18 points from 3 turnovers, making 19 points, guys. And we talk about turnovers, guys, in the first half. That was critical, and that opened up the doors, the Pandora's box of hell for Joe Cano in this ballgame.
Absolutely. And I think if it were up to me right now, Greg Kritzelis, that snapper, finals MVP, 2 interceptions in the red zone, touchdown as well, early vote.
And right now for this Kangaroos team, gentlemen, they are inching ever so close with 5:08 left in this ball game. And you can see the cheat code nation knowing very well that they will concede defeat in 5 minutes or less.
Oh, timeout here. I guess Baby Kangaroos just want to make sure everybody's hydrated, don't get hurt, no cramps.
There's no point. There's no point of hydrating now because it's not going to impact you until tomorrow morning.
I think there's plenty of point in hydrating now.
No, there isn't because
you're not going to cramp up running.
No, you won't because it doesn't help you now. The rule of thumb is you hydrate the day before for a game like this.
Okay, so now is when I need to be hydrating for tomorrow.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you,
GM. And that requires you not to drink any of the alcoholic beverages, which will dehydrate you.
Okay.
That's why you must drink now to get hydrated for tomorrow's big game for yourself.
I'm very happy so far in these finals. I've gone 3 for 3 in predictions, soon to be 4 for 4.
So would you get the $50 discount on the FPF Cup tournament?
I don't think so because Braves did not cover the spread of 7.5.
Oh boy, Steph, will you get the corrections? I've been perfect so far today.
No, I got the game before wrong. So
shocker.
What do you mean shocker?
What?
Shocker.
I honestly thought that it would have been a better game.
Inside 5 to go. And here's Joe Cano looking to make this a respectable scoreline. Cano looking, and he is almost sacked, and he is sacked. And that will not count. It was a sack first.
Dan Lepore, one of the vintage 2.5 Dans of Dan, coming up big there for his team.
Lepore with a big play, 4:35 left, and they are now second and literally an island away.
Yeah, that was big. That sack came at a key moment. Already, Joe Cano's rattled. Already 3 interceptions. He's probably hating on himself really hard right now. And now this sack is just not helping him, considering it was a very good completion towards after he got sacked.
4:15 left in this ball game, and now he's literally 6 yards deep in his, making now 8 yards deep in his end zone. Joe Cano will need a miracle of sorts. Looking to the left, looking deep, avoids Lepore, and away he goes. He'll take off. And he tries to do a little fake pass, and that won't do much for the.
It's enough to get him out of the end zone.
And now with that, 3:53 left, and you wonder if Chico might have to use your timeouts just to preserve some time. And they will
there
indeed.
it is.
There's that timeout.
3:46 left, and with that, gentlemen, there's not much left in the playbook. They got to score points, but they got to do it quick. And do they have that ability to score quick enough to get back and get a turnover and score again?
It needs to happen now. We saw with Ice Up a couple of games ago where they were down by 3 scores and they turned up the intensity way too late. This is about the time that Ice Up would have needed to, and now let's see if in the same position, Cheat Code will do the same for the comeback.
And again, for Joe Cano, if they lose this game, he'll have a long night to sleeping. And here's Cano looking right, going deep. Right play. Fellow with the catch. Around Swerin. In for the touchdown.
That was a great move to get some yards after the completion there.
Do you decline the extra point, gentlemen?
I would.
I would decline the extra point also.
And it appears they won't.
They're going for the extra point, though.
Looks like they might be going for 2 here.
They are.
Which is the right call, guys, because you're cutting off more seconds again. And
I think it'll be the right call if they get it. You'd want to play a little bit more conservative here, try and keep the clock on your side, because the clock is rolling right now.
They've wasted 15 seconds since the score.
I was about to say that.
Trips right for Cano. And again, they're now inside 3, and you wonder if that viable 22
Fade.
seconds
Yeah,
will
there
be
that
there.
is.
Horner.
Yeah,
he's
Horner.
got it.
Just from seeing him line up ISO on Cano's left, it looked like, especially with that height and that mismatch against Michael Hominock, that it would be a fade there.
So timeout call, 2:46 left, no more left for Cheat Code. With this being an 11-point lead, now are you going to go man-to-man? Because the Haitian Hammer has been very good at sacking the quarterback today.
It all comes down to the play calling of Baby Kangaroos, and if they continue to stick to what has worked for them, that may end up in Cheat Code's favor, because they've been adjusting very, very well as the game is going on, but it's their offense that is stalled. But you see that it's taken its toll on the Cheat Code defense, who all look dejected right now, hands on their hips. They know that this drive will seal the game for them.
Well, Baby Kangaroos are good at chewing clock, so now they that's what they're going to do. They're probably going to go with short plays to make the clock run, and then that's it.
And now for Marino in this offense. They're in control of this game, up by 11 with 2:46 left. Looking left, waiting, pumping. Taylor open, space to work with. Against the grain and tackled. And that will be enough for a first down with 2:34 left. And for the Cheat Code, this is a team now really backs against the wall.
Joey with the wheel there, a sort of out and up route quickly, and Marino just finding him along the sidelines for a first down and more.
That was a good play. That was a very good, smart play calling. A very good throw to get it right above the opposing defender's head to get it to Joey Taylor, and for him to take some time on the run after, it's working.
2:06 left in this ball game. Now it's a trips right. A little bit of a different look for the Kangaroos offense as we're inside 2 minutes to go. Marino looking right, short pass Taylor, and he is going to be pushed out by Felima, and that will be for a 1-yard gain.
I was about to say, is that even a yard?
It is indeed.
That was like a quick kick of the bag. I don't think it was even a full yard there. But it's a reception. It does not count as a run, so Marino can run on this play.
You know what I'm looking forward to, GM?
I know exactly what you're looking forward to.
Exactly.
It starts with smoked and ends in meat.
Well, not that.
Smoked meat.
That's something that some people like to enjoy. Anyway, it's been 3 hours straight of games here. I've done 2 with you.
So you're doing the club sandwich instead then?
No. I do the chicken. All right, back to live action we go. 1:24 left. Marino looking left, rolling to the right. He's going to get around the Haitian Hammer, spin move, and he'll dive for maybe a half a yard, fill him out with the tackle. with 1:15 left.
Clock continuing to run here.
Should we get the rookie to buy us our food?
Who is the rookie?
Stefano.
Stefano's. This is not Stefano's first season doing finals.
Yeah, buddy. My second.
Oh, never mind. Should we get Terry Town to buy us food?
This is not Terry Tam's first season, but yes, we can get him to buy regardless.
Nonetheless, though. And 7 minutes to go left, 11-point lead. And if they do score, get the extra point, they are in points 18 plus, and that could be all she wrote. Right now for Chico, they need to get something
Quad
quick.
trips.
Looking left, Marino almost picked off.
That would have been a huge play.
Yeah.
Because he was gone for the end zone if he came
Yeah,
down with that.
Tim Horner unable to secure that ball. He read it perfectly. He knew what was coming, so that's why I'm saying I don't know why Baby Kangaroos still keep running that quads formation, but unable to secure the ball and come down with it there, Tim Horner.
And with 25 seconds left, that might have been the last chance saloon for them on that play. Had they scored, they may have gotten themselves a lifeline, but albeit very faint.
Yeah, see, if he would have came down with that, he would have had a strong chance of turning that into 6. Now they are punting. They have punted. He would have turned that into 6, and they would have had a 5-point deficit.
And they will punt the ball now to the 1, so this is going to be really deep. And this may not be enough time here to get 6 plays.
5 plays.
And now it's 5 plays, and that is pretty much it for this game.
So this drive will just be about saving face for Cheat Code. We will look to crown Baby Kangaroos the Div D2 champions in 5 plays.
The MVP is who, guys? I think it's pretty obvious.
Greg Kritzelis, absolutely.
Greg Kritzelis had a huge game, and he deserves this MVP.
It's remarkable because you talk about red zone trips, and not 1, not 2, but 3 lost chances for Cheat Code in this game. Over the middle, caught by Philemon now. First down around Maiorino. He's making 2 moves, and he will get inside. Flag guard not called, and now it will be called. Rehat Sarwar did not throw the flag, but he's indicating flag guard. So that
he's indicating flag guard, but his flag is still fixed firmly in his pocket. He's reaching for it.
Oh, he was about to take it out, but I feel like he just it's not worth it.
So what is the call now? Are they going to call flag guard?
It's definitely a call of flag guard. Cheat Code do look to be a little bit confused on that, but as it is,
the flag was there. There it is right there. The flag guard right there. And
it was a clear stiff arm. I mean, he even swiped at Zach Word's hand. So, I mean, I don't know how he expected to get away with that. Right hand was in the position. I'm not sure why it took him a while.
You know what? They should have let them score, and they could have ended the game right there.
Well, either way, it's pretty well done. Whether they scored in that play or if they score in the next play, it's over.
Desperation now for Cheat Code. It's now all formalities for them. Trying to make this a closer scoreline. Cano looking, wheel route, Papich, touchdown.
That's more of a pride thing, I'd say. You got the Cheat Code faithful was very excited, but in the end, Baby Kangaroos came out with the
Kangaroos are your Div D2 champions. They have finally taken off that kangaroo off their shoulders and have finally won themselves a championship for guys like Joy Taylor.
The Joeys have won a championship, exactly.
This is a big championship win for Joey Taylor. He's been in the league for how long?
At least since 2012.
He's been in the league for quite a while, and for him to get that one championship, it must be a great big deal for him. He's very happy about this victory.
18, the number of potential lost points for Cheat Code. If they convert on all 3 of them, guys, are they the champions?
They would definitely be the champions.
There's a lot more to it than that, but I think that, yes, Cheat Code were the favorites coming into this game, and those stalls in the red zone are what really, really hurt them.
What's remarkable is that a week ago, Kangaroos were literally 1 play away from being eliminated from the playoffs in overtime to GLC. And here they are, hoisting the Div D2 championship for the first time for many of these individuals.
And that comes down to the resiliency, right? Like I mentioned earlier on that Cheat Code had a very, very easy way to these finals. They blew out a lot of their opponents. And I think that not having to overcome adversity hurt them when adversity came knocking at the door.
And you can see Joe Cano and the Cheat Code team, the dejected looks,
disbelief
of what could have been. It's like a boxing match, guys. The open right hook was there for them, and they just whiffed on it, and not once, not twice, but 3 times.
And there that is Finals MVP Greg Kritzelis.
So Kritzelis wins the MVP. And we'll go to the post-game interview with Christelis in moments and get his thoughts on how this played out here in the Div D2 finals from Brossard, Quebec. And it's crazy when you watch these games, guys, like how on one side it's all elation and celebration, on the other side it's can't believe it's over.
Yeah, they've had a hard-fought season. They were mostly dominant throughout. Chico was indeed their toughest competition, and they came out victorious. Zach Zwern has that first title. What are the chances he becomes a dual champion?
Please no. Please no. It's because he's playing in the Div B finals against
He's playing
me.
this gentleman to your left,
you're right.
my
He's
right.
playing against UGM, but I'm just saying he won the first one.
Yeah, so I'm very happy that he won that first one, and hopefully he stops there.
He had the final nail in the coffin.
All things considered, though, this is very, very. It's very nice to see a team like this that have made their way up through the divisions. They've taken the 2HD formula to their success under a different quarterback. It's nice to see Eric Maiorino win one as the QB as well.
All right, we'll go down to field side for the post-game interview, and we'll wrap it up here from Brossard, Quebec. Terrytown will take this interview coming up, and I'll look forward to start planning my meal at Dunn's.
As this one is done.
Well done. Here we go. Terrytown, take it away. It's all yours, pal.
So we're here with the MVP, Greg Katselis. Good game, buddy. How do you feel? How do you feel you won the championship now?
Great. Feels good. Great team effort.
So what was it today that you guys had a good game. What was it today that really made you guys stand out?
Our defense stepped it up, and our offense also stepped it up.
That pick six you had, well, you almost had a pick six. You kind of slowed down towards the end. Is that the humidity in here? Was that just tired? Was it adrenaline?
Yeah, I just ran out of gas, and I was at the end of the drive, and I was finished.
That's it. It was a beautiful play, honestly, and you made a play after on an extra point later on. It was really good. What's going to happen next year? Are you going to be the same guys? What's going on?
We haven't discussed that yet, but hopefully we'll have another team next year and try again for the championship.
Yeah, what's your rating going to go up to this year?
I have no idea. I don't
What would you want your rating to be?
doesn't bother me.
No, I'd give you an 85 on defense for sure after that pick. It was really nice. Good job, Greg. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you very much, Terry. So there we go. We wrap it up here as Cheat Code come up short, losing by 5, 26-21 to Baby Kangaroos. Kangaroos, they were the 1 seed against the 1 seed. The scoreline may be a little bit deceiving because of what happened, but at the end of the day, the Kangaroos are your champions for spring. On behalf of GM, Stefano, gentlemen, great job by you as always.
Thank you, Mo. Likewise, it's always a pleasure sharing the booth with you.
Absolutely, guys. And good luck to you, GM, to your finals tomorrow night. And to Rob Capat, Alex Stakla for a job well done. These are the brains behind this project here. And we wish you guys a great spring season completion and perhaps see you for the Fall Cup in a month's time here from Brossard and other spots across Montreal. On behalf of everybody here, we wish you a good evening. Bye for now.